Now students, another example from applications of matrices and determinants. See again how it is slightly different from what we did in the previous two examples. A matrix A is given to us and we have to first find its inverse, and then we have to solve this system of linear equations. Because using the matrix we have to evaluate its inverse, so we need to find determinant of A and check it is a non-singular matrix. So when determinant of A is evaluated by expanding it along the first row, its value is coming out to be -1, which is not equal to 0. That means its inverse will exist. Then calculating for adjoint of A, this is the matrix of cofactors, and then its transpose is being taken. You can quickly check some of the elements randomly that they are correctly mentioned. Like for the first one, I will be hiding first row and first column. So 2 into -2 is -4. Then minus of -4, that makes it +4. So -4 plus 4 gives us 0. Okay, let us try for this element 2. For this I will have to hide the middle row and the middle column. Second row, second column. So 2 into -2 comes out to be -4. Then -5 into 1, -5. So -4 -5 is -9. And because its position is 2, 2, this -9 multiplies with +1 only. But look at this 2, the cofactor of this element. If I hide second row and the first column, we get 3 into -2, which is -6. And then minus of -4. So that makes it +4. So -6 plus 4. -6 plus 4 will be -2. But because the position is 2, 1, so it will be multiplied with -1. So -2 into -1 makes it +2. The last element of this row can be obtained by hiding second row and the third column. So 2 into -4 is -8. Then minus product of these two, which is -15. So -8 minus 15 is -23. But we have written 23. That is again because the position here is 2, 3, which is 2 plus 3 is odd. So the minor will multiply with -1. So -23 multiplies with -1 and we get 23. So in the same manner, cofactors along the third row elements, then taking transpose of the matrix of cofactor, converting the rows into columns. So now we know what is determinant of A, we also know what is adjoint of A, and the A inverse is evaluated using the formula adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. So putting their values 1 over determinant of A times adjoint of A, because the scalar is -1 and quite convenient to multiply inside with each term. So I have multiplied -1 with each element of adjoint of A. So you can see their sign will automatically change. 0, -2, -1, this becomes 1, 9 and 5. These all become negative. -2, -23 and -13. So done with the first part, that is finding A inverse. Now they are asking you to use this A inverse to solve this system of linear equation. So we converted the system of linear equations into matrix form. This is the matrix of coefficients, then matrix of variables and the matrix of constants. When we compare the matrix of coefficient with the matrix A, we find a relation between them. They are not exactly the same, but they are transpose of each other. Look at the first row of A and first column of this, you will find they are identical, 2, 3, 1. And the second row of A is the second column of this, -3, 2, 1. And third row of A is the third column of this, 5, -4, -2. So how are we going to use it? If this is named A, I can name this matrix as A transpose. Then matrix of variables as X and the matrix of constants as B. So multiplying both the sides by inverse of A transpose. So this here I am left with only, provided this was AX is equal to B, I would have written X is equal to A inverse into B. But this is A transpose into X is equal to B. So X will be inverse of A transpose into B. Now this is what you have to keep in mind very clearly, that whether you take transpose of A first and then you find its inverse, or you find the inverse of A first and then you take its transpose, they both will be the same matrices. This is going to help us in solving for X. So we write it as transpose of A inverse. So we are going to make a change in this. Instead of writing it inverse of A transpose, we can write it as transpose of A inverse. Okay, these I have interchanged if you see. And A inverse we know very well, we have calculated. So the value of A inverse is substituted here. Then we have to take its transpose multiplied with B. So quickly I will take its transpose and multiply with B so that X can be evaluated. Okay, so this gives us, see, transpose of A inverse will be now having in first column 0, -2, -1. Then in second column 195. Third column -2, -23, -13. And this has to be multiplied with the matrix B with elements 11, -5, -3. So start with the multiplication part. Each row elements will multiply with the corresponding elements of the column in the next matrix. See, the first element reduces to 11 into 0, then 1 into -5, -5, -2 into -3, which comes out to be 6 only. In the next row, -2 into 11, -22, then 9 into -5, so -45, then -23 into -3, so this becomes positive, it will be 69. Then moving on to third row elements, -1 into 11, then plus 5 into -5, which is -25, then -13 into +3, it comes out to be 39. So see, you can easily make out 6 minus 5, 1. This will give us -67 plus 69. In the next step, we can solve it. Then sum of these two will be -36 plus 39. This is what we are getting. First element we could solve quickly, it is 1 only. Now we can simplify for second and third element also of the same column, and replacing capital X by the matrix it denotes. So this is 1, this difference comes out to be 2, and 39 minus 36 comes out to be 3. So this implies X is 1, Y is 2, and Z is 3. So these are various forms in which the long answer type, one of the long answer type can be in any one of these three forms, and under various conditions you can be asked to evaluate the variables in the given system of linear equations.